The next step for textures, what you want to do is go into the shadings tab right up here. Go. And select the model you want to be working with. So I'm going to be working with the top hat. Add a new texture and whatever you want right here. The metallic will change how glossy it will look. The roughness will change how much how very little rough, how much rougher it is, less glossy. So if I were to put the metallic all the way up and put the roughness down, it would react like if it was glass. And if I were to have it more or less halfway, it'll be more or less metal, and to keep on going, it'll be ceramic. Let me lower this down. The specular, you can't see it, but basically what it explains is how much glossiness it'll be spreading. So it's hard to see from here, but if you were to go into from EV to cycles, I believe, you would be able to see it more, a bit more better. Oh, I can't see it too much, but okay. Back to EV. Look dev, and we're gonna be making this into, what do you want it to look like?
Some texture, whatever.
Okay, it's gonna be a bit glossy, so lower this down, raise this up a bit.
Do they have different options of gloss? Like if you want a different texture, maybe like a grass?
Grass, you need to
Embed a picture?
yes, an image texture of grass, like on the floor, and then just put in the base color right here.
Wrap it in there.
Yes. And actually putting an image right down here.
Why don't we try to add a wood surface to this? Go online, let's find an image.
I got an image.
Okay, perfect. Let's add an image.
So you press new, press Shift A, search it up, the same way you would do for an object. Shift A, search it, and image texture. You open, go where you saved it. You could also see it from like here. Here it is, the wood texture. Enter, and connect the color to the base color. And to make sure that it's on the object, you can press Control T. If you don't have this add-on on, go to Preferences, Add-ons, and search up Node Wrangler right here. And then save to Preferences. That way, whenever you can press Control T, it would actually happen. With this, you can control the rotation of the object from X, Y, Z, the shape, the scale of it, how big it will be, and the location of it. Right now it's set for UV. Depending what you're using, I'm going to leave it at generator. The rest, if we had more images, like because right now it's just a base image. If I had
Can we add that to the top then? Go ahead and add it to the whole piece.
okay, so select here, and instead of making it all over again, you just click on browse material, you look for it, and there it is. You could even name it. So instead of leaving it as material.002, you could change it to wood texture. You could even rename your objects right here. So I have this selected. I can change this to a just normal shape name. And that's it.
Let's go ahead and give it all of them wood texture. Very simple.
And that's it.
Nice. Now let's go ahead and add a nice, put it in a plane, create a table, a plane and a backdrop, so then we can take a nice photo of this.
Okay.
So have it sit on a table like this.
Shift A. Increase size by pressing S.
Nice.
Press G, Z. Make sure you have the object selected. Press G, Z on the axis. Lower it down until it looks like it's on it. You can check by down here. You can see that it's kind of going through it. So you press G, Z, and then slowly lower it, and that's it.
Now let's take a look at let's add a wall in the back.
Okay, to add a wall, you're gonna go to the edit mode, press tab, have the edge select on, click the back, press E, press Z on the axis, and raise it up.
Let's add another one in the corner right here.
Here, press
Hit
E,
E.
Z on the axis, and then raise it up.
Now let's go ahead and add the camera view.
There's already a camera right here.
Camera to the front.
But let's say there's no camera, just in case. I'm gonna press Shift A, and all the way down here, camera. To make this a bit more easier, add in another viewport, so you could have right here the camera and what you're doing here. So to see what the camera is saying, press 0 on the keypad. It's the camera.
Behind there.
Okay. How come I can't use the camera? I don't know what happened. I can't use the camera.
Maybe make one screen.
Hold on. Well, I can't see the camera, so I'm just gonna leave it as this. Move it the same way you move an object. G, X, Y, or Z. R for rotate. Move it to where you want it to be.
And the big part is in front of the camera, right?
Everything that is shooting out from there, see the lines? That's as far as you can go.
Okay.
If I was able to press 0, I could actually see what's in the camera, but I don't know what's wrong with 0.
Let's see what it looks like in with a light source. Add a nice light on there.
Okay, and delete the current light source. So to see what it would look like as more or less a final product as rendered, press Z and go to rendered. Press Shift A to add in a light. There's 4 different options. There's point, where it'll just, as a object itself, it'll just go full 360 as where the light will hit. As you can see, wherever it goes, the light will follow. See? And if you were to go down here and change what it was, either point, sun, spot, or area.
Which one you like using a lot?
The point.
Point is nice. It gives you a nice dramatic look. Put it on there. Can you put on it?
It's already on point. For sun, it would act like a sun. It'll be much more stronger. It'll be everywhere. But if it'd be better to use something else instead of a sun. It'd be better to use like an HDR map, which will create like fake light, like the sky would. Spot will be pointing wherever it is, as you can see, wherever the circle is, that's where the light's going to be instead of point. It's everywhere.
Okay.
And area is the same thing, as you see, but it's been more bigger. I'll be using point for now, and right here in power, increase the strength. Oh, that's a bit too strong. There we go.
A little bit more. That looks good.
And to change the color, it's all right here. You change it from blue, green, red, purple, dark blue, and if you were to put it right here at around the mid orange and lower down the contrast, it could easily go down to a brown.
Put it back. Yeah, that looks good. Right there. Let's see what it looks like on the screen, like when we kind of print it. That looks good.
Okay. Before you print it, you want to check and make sure all the settings are what you wanted. From right here, 1920 by 1080. If you want to change it, it's up to you. Right here is going to be saved as a PNG, and for animations, you're going to want to put it as MPEG video.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now there's 2 settings for rendering. Either EV, which is QuickTime rendering, which is the fastest way you can do it, or cycles. Cycles is a bit more yes, it's a lot more detail, but it is a lot more slower.
Yeah. Which for now we just do the EV.
Yes, but certain times, like if it needs to be very glossy, like glass, it's better to do it on cycles because you would actually see it.
See the details. Now, when you save this file, go ahead and save it. Save as 2.
Save as Control S. That's all you gotta do for the hotkeys. Control S, And then to see a preview of it before you render it, render image. And this is what it looks like through the camera view. Okay. The difference between cycles and Eevee. Eevee was a bit more faster. If we were to switch it to cycles, rendering will be a whole lot more slower. However, one difference is as you can see right here, all the way down here, you could see the color of the light bouncing on the object. As you can see, it's slightly bluish. That's ray tracing right there. It's slower. And not only that, you could also see a bit noise, a little static. But the static can be easily
Now notice
go
that
away
this-
if you
this
increase the
is not-
sampling.
Notice that it's not in the it's not in the whole camera view. Are we rendering the whole thing now, or just a section?
We're just rendering what the camera can see.
Okay, so how do we get the camera to see everything? Let's cancel that render.
Okay, so you're gonna press X and exit out here. Right now, I don't know why, but 0 does not work, so I can't actually see what's going on. The only thing I can do is just move the camera a bit back and just hope it could actually see it. It doesn't work. So I could render again and it'll reposition where it was.
Nice.
Put it wrong. And that's it.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Let's take a screenshot of this so we keep that version and then we keep that version. Because we have two different versions.